Alright, so welcome to the next video. We have text appearing on desroll.github.io/desroll. This is the URL that GitHub Pages gives you directly when you create a GH Pages branch. It takes the name of your organization or your username, and then it goes .github.io/name of your project. Once you point your domain name to this, then which I'll probably make a video on soon when I point desroll.com over to that domain, this domain. Yeah, then this will be whatever's on your actual web page. But you can send your mom this link. You can send whoever you want this link, and you are currently, officially on the internet. So we're using this thing called forestry.io to kind of edit things and let's make this bold and then publish it and then see what happens. I imagine it takes a few seconds to kind of update on this side. We'll see. Because what's happening here is it's pushing to, let's say, desroll. We got to go in the GH Pages branch. Master's kind of empty right now. And then index.md, there's now bold here. So let's see if this works. Yeah, now we have bold. Okay, so it takes a little while after you deploy. It's not instant. You're relying on GitHub Pages deployment process. But yeah, I mean, what do we got now? We have, let's go to desroll.com. Actually, I already have that open. Get rid of the screen capture link. What do we have now? We need to get the header up. I do want to do some CSS and things in here as well and set up Sass. I want to do a lot of things because we currently have pretty much a blank site here. We really have nothing. This config can wait for another time. I don't think I need to include that in the video. So what's the next step? Let's start seeing how we might turn some of this into an actual website. What are we going to do? Let's get the logo. I mean, the logo is just an SVG image, so let's have a look here. The actual logo. I think we're using an image tag and logo.svg. Let's go directly here and just grab this. I mean, we can put this in the image thing later for caching reasons in an image tag, but let's just grab the actual SVG and get it up at least on the homepage. No, we're not going to get it up directly on the homepage because the homepage uses this layout page. I'm not really sure, to tell you the truth, the difference between page and post and then default, because I know default's being used. Because we're doing local development. Let me close some of these windows here. We're doing local development here, so let's get our Jekyll serve up so we can see what things look like locally. So we have ASCF. Let's see. I think it's 127. So ASCF, but remember we did some forestry lets us push directly to GitHub Pages. So let's do a poll, and we should get our bolded text showing up locally. If I do Jekyll serve again, we have our actual text. So remember, this is local now. So we can make changes here. We can make changes on forestry. We can make changes anywhere. I'm going to close this because it's not saved and it's been updated in Git. And now we can reopen this. Whoa. Okay, so I did save it, and I want to save it because ASDF is happening in my template. So yeah, so we could put whatever. This is basically our HTML area here. So we could just throw a logo in. We should come up with our HTML and our style sheets and all that. I think I have this. I think I have Emmet. Let me try HTML. I think it's 5 or something. 5. I don't think this is it. I think let's just try tab. No. There we go. I've seen some other stuff in Emmet. I think this is going to work for now. Let's just put this into the body and then put content in the body for now. And we could do a whole range of things when you're setting up these blank HTML sites, but let's just do the bare minimum for now. So there's our logo using an SVG. Let's take this and put this directly into an SVG thing. So, I mean, I think I could just say can I just do Command Shift S Command S, save, desktop. Let's save that. Should just save it as logo.svg. Yep. So you can't really see my desktop now, but it did save it as logo.svg. We can just drag it into, really, as Jekyll serves these assets, so I could just drag this into the assets directory. So now I'm going to sit up here because floor is wet. It just rained. Oh my god. That's fine. Okay. We have logo.svg here. So I mean, it's just a lot of code for such a images. We're going to use relative paths for now until I show you how to fix that. This will work for now. I'll explain it later. You might want to say desirol logo. We used to do your alt text for accessibility. Yeah. Oh, great. It's not. Oh, because it should be serving. Let's see. Oh, it's assets. It's assets. Because they do keep that assets folder there. Still not working. Oh, it's not assets images, it's just assets logo. I'm sure somebody watching the video caught that. So we need CSS now. I mean, that's something that we need. We'll put it in the head. I think we want to put our CSS in assets for now. Styles. So let's create a new file. CSS styles.css, and then that should work. So let's say body background, I like my background pink just to make sure things are working. Yay, it works. Okay. So I mean, all we have is like a raw style sheet for now. I know if we look at Desro, what we're trying to do here is create, just a header area. We're trying to create just like a header area here. So let's see here. We can start off by creating some componentized styles. They're componentized because they have a prefix, and we'll just say header logo. I think we could say width, probably. I'll put a CSS width on it for now. Doesn't really matter, it's an SVG, it's going to be the same size no matter what. We can optimize that later. Width, I don't know, 200 pixels, just for, it's not working. Oh, because it's with the class on the actual image. There we go. It's a little bit better. I'm just doing this by sight right now. I'm trying not to copy. It looks like it's a little bit smaller. Just change it to 150. Oh, this is the one we want, our local site. Okay, and now we want to wrap all this stuff in a div for sure, like a header div. You can say dot header. I should have. No, what are you doing? Command Shift E is Emmet. Do I not have Emmet? I might. How much time do I have? I might quickly show you guys how to install Emmet because it's pretty important. You can't really see this, but I'm going to do now. But I'm going to add them in the preference, and then I'm clicking on Preferences in the upper left menu, and I'm going to install a package called Emmet. I should have it. I don't know why. So let's do install Emmet. Come on, load. I'm trying not to waste too much time here. Where is Emmet? Don't tell me it's not here. Do I already have it? Packages. I don't have it. Okay, here it is, install. You have to click on the actual button. So that's installing. Should install pretty quick, you'd imagine. Let's go, while we're waiting, let's just do this manually. Div, you can do this, I know this will work. Div dot header, this will work without Emmet. Oh no, it still doesn't work, okay. There's probably like some sort of way to do this that's easier even without Emmet. I'm just going to do this. Let's see if our Emmet has downloaded yet. Yeah, so we have Emmet. I'm pretty sure that it's that now it's installed. So let me just see what I was trying to do is something like this. And then you can do Command-Shift-E, and that will expand it for me in a nicer way. So whatever. We have header, and we have header logo. What else is in Destro? So we have a UL-LI and team and contact us setup, it looks like. So UL, I wonder if you can do LI, I think ×2. There we go. And then the UL, we'll actually want to do this inside of header. And then header, it's probably class equals header underscore, I don't know, call it nav. You could even make this, wrap this in a nav div or something like that. I'm not going to get too much into that at the moment. I can think about that later. So team and contact us. So put some, I don't know where this is going to link to yet. So team, and then copy the same thing. Contact us. Header. So look, the internal, we have the outside header and then the header logo, header nav. Let's go back to our CSS style sheet and look, let's just do dot header. Well, before we go crazy, let's see what we have so far. So we have very simple setup here. Let's say header, because we want them to all be on the same thing. Let's say display flex. Let's see what happens here. Oh, man, it's a little bit better. And now let's do margin auto. That's going to center everything. Let's just see what that looks like. It doesn't even do anything because you need a max width on it. Max width, let's say 1200 px. Okay, that didn't really do anything. That's because our screen is not 1200 pixels or whatever. So let's say 1000. See what happens. There we go. You can't really see anything, so let's just do a background pink just to. Yeah, there we go. So you can kind of see what's happening. So now we know. Let's look at Destro to see what I did. Well, we have team and contact us. Team looks like it's a bigger. It's good. Notice how I'm saying a nav and not. Well, let's say forget the widths. Let's say it's on the UL. So let's say what is it? It's called bullets. It's called list style. Bullet none. Let's do that. See if that works. Yep. And then let's say we actually. This is not what we're going to do. I'll show you why later because I'm running out of time. But we'll say a text decoration. This is not good what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it now just to kind of get it working better. Still not working. Text decoration. That should work. I don't know why. Header nav. Oh, because I'm not using SAS. Duh, I have to install that later. And that gives me another idea. So header navigation none. There we go. And then say we want header nav li. Shouldn't be using tag selectors, but we're going to be doing this anyway. And then we can say list display inline block. There we go. And then say color. I think inherit. We'll get the global text color. Yeah. And then say I think you can say I'm running out of time. Well, I'm running out of time. That's the basic. The beginning of the header. I'll finish down the header in the next video. Thanks for watching. I didn't get as much done as I thought I would get done in this video, but at least you got the bare bones idea of how to set up basic HTML and CSS file. Thanks for watching.